When you need a mortgage, don't stress at all. Just tune right in and give these guys.
Good morning, YouTube. Today is Tuesday, August 25th. Back to school week, finally. Anth, how was the school bus this morning, yesterday?
Yeah, they don't like to be back to school. But if I remember, I didn't like to either. But yeah, you got to go. But bus came late, messing up the day. New driver, I guess. And they were off this morning. I tell you, when you have 3 girls in the house, man, you need more than 2 bathrooms. Okay, apparently. So rocking and rolling.
For sure. Welcome back, kiddos. It's always a good time, Tom. I guess yours isn't there yet, huh?
Well, today Tom has to babysit a little bit. The babysitter called in sick, so we'll be babysitting here a little bit this morning. But other than that, it is my wife's first day of school. She is the new school counselor over at Montour, so she was excited to get back to the kids. I know the kids might not be excited to see her, but she was excited to see them.
Congratulations to Mrs. Burko on the new starting job. And guys, I'm excited. You might hear a lot of negative news out there about the buyers or the sellers, or you have the least amount of buyers. Whatever it is, finally, it has broken, because for 6 years, we've had nothing but the same seller's market. Buyers have to go in waiving as many inspections as they can, going in at the highest prices they can, only getting conventional loans accepted, no seller assistance. It has not been a great market for buyers, Tom, since 2020. But the beautiful thing about real estate, it never stays the same.
No. And I mean, it's been completely different. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I don't know if 1 year has been the same, in terms of predictions and what actually has happened. But it has been pretty consistently the same here over the last 4 with high interest rates. So that's creating this whole build up or backup. And, it's finally starting to turn, I think, where we're starting to get those buyers in, and their buyers are seeing some good deals come about.
Anth, it's been an arms race in the real estate world of who can show the most value. And in that seller's market, it was tough. There was maybe agents overreaching a little bit. Now, agents can really start showing their true value in their negotiating skills. It's not just purchase price. It's mortgage program. It's seller assistance. It's agent commission. There's so many different things that you can do as an agent on top of building your team to help the buyers. It's a great time right now.
It is. I mean, buyers are always looking for the same thing, man: affordability. We keep saying it over and over, and it's never going to get old, because it's always going to stay true. So, clients are buying a home because of payment, not price. So working with a solid team, looping in the loan officer on the transaction to help you structure that offer is going to help you win more deals. If somebody thinks, hey, I'm just going to do this all myself and be able to provide knowledgeable information on payment and options, unfortunately, you're going to miss out on some opportunities. So work with the loan officer and the team to help you get those offers accepted during your negotiations.
And the biggest thing we're seeing right now, at least I am, is buyers agents negotiating against themselves. And what that means is they're afraid to put in the strongest offer because they feel like they're asking for too much. But I'm telling you, when there's no other offers, and we hear in these sales meetings listing agents begging someone to come see their listing, saying that they're having open houses and getting very little traffic. They are needing and wanting any offer to give to their seller. And yes, you can't just completely lowball the sales price and then ask for everything else on top. We understand there's a realistic offer, but we're trying to get away from just dropping sales price or offering lower and doing nothing else. What we're trying to suggest, give the seller the sales price. I understand You want to feel special and put something lower, but give them the sales price, but on your sales contract. Section 3 is already built in, Pennsylvania real estate agent. Section 3A and 3B in your real estate sales contract right here. 3A is for buyer broker commission and 3B is for seller assistance. I suggest that both of these are filled in for your buyer. Ask the seller to pay the commission for your agent and ask the seller to pay seller assistance. This is not crazy. This is not out of line. Tom, Anth, we see offers coming in like this, past more, but it is starting to come back. Sellers will accept good offers, especially when it's the only offer coming in.
Yeah, I met with somebody, it wasn't yesterday, it was the end of last week, about this. And they've put their house on the market, I think it was 3 months ago. And they've only had one person walk through. And, you think this house is like complete. I'm not going to throw out garbage, but it's really not, it's just an area and, a little bit priced too high. The $250,000 house in Lawrenceville seems very affordable, great area, but it just simply is not getting the traffic. So we navigated and we worked out a little bit of a plan where they were able to market this seller's assistance and show where a payment would come out to for a buyer. And, that he did not get an offer yet, but when he sent that email out, a few people did respond. So it is all about the affordability. It is all about getting seller's assist. It is all about making the buyer feel special.
And if you're looking at section 3A and 3B, let's just do quick math, a $200,000 house. If you have the seller pay 3% commission and you have the seller pay 3% seller assistance, that's 6% times 2. You're going to save your buyer $12,000 out of their pocket, or use that seller assistance to lower their interest rate. But if you want to brag on social media or tell your clients what you did for them, saying you saved $10, $12, $15, $20,000 for your buyer, I don't know, Anth, that's a hell of a way to show value. That's a hell of a way to get people's attention. And that's a hell of a way for those buyers to tell every one of those friends, hey, call my real estate agent. They just saved me thousands of dollars to get into the home. I don't care as much as the purchase price. They saved me thousands of dollars, Anth. Call my real estate agent.
Yeah, money off the price is not going to save you the same amount as seller's assistance would. The money to the seller is the same. The difference is when a house sits for too long, say 30 to 45 days, and there's no offers coming in, typically the first price reduction is 10 grand. So if we're talking about getting 3% seller's assistance to help give additional options to save the client money monthly, well, you just saved your seller money by giving seller's assistance, and you only save them a fraction of cost in that instance for the price reduction. And some of these price reductions are going $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. All you're doing is saying, hey, it was priced too high. That's why we're doing price reductions, because people ain't buying it at that higher price. They're buying it at a lower price. So you have to work with a solid team for options. I just don't know.
There are so many options. We have every loan type available. We have seller assistance. We have buy downs. We can have lower closing dates. We can go PHFA with first-time home buyers. It is all opened back up. We had such a narrow little view of the mortgage world because of the market. The market does control things at some points. Well, things we've asked for a long time. Inventory has been a problem for almost a decade. We're finally seeing the inventory come up. And I get it's hard to get out of a market that you're so used to, but trust me, don't be afraid to negotiate with the listing agents, and don't negotiate against yourself. Start with an offer. Let the sellers come back to you, Tom, and negotiate the offer.
100%. The agents that are quicker to adapt to this change are going to be more successful, and that's the bottom line.
0% of zero is zero. So you got to put in the offer to start. Build your team. Trust your loan officer. understand the financing options, but put those offers in. Give us a call. We're here to help.
All right, guys.
See ya.
Have a great
Tom, Ryan, and Anthony.